It's really dark. I feel like it's like I'm in Twilight. But I don't know. I guess I wanted to make a video surrounding like loneliness in a way. I was gonna make a video how to like, how do I say this? How to deal with loneliness. But I can't really tell you how to deal with loneliness. It's the fact that I still believe I'm lonely in ways, so I can't tell you how to do it. Like, you know, I feel like it's just obvious, like, you're supposed to find something and do it. But I could talk about how I'm getting through it, like, right now. I mean, for me, it's like, I can entertain myself with, like, I'm one of the type of people where I can entertain myself through my phone. Like, I feel like everybody can entertain themselves through their phones, just have to find their thing, you know what I mean? But not a lot of people want to do that. And I'm one of the people who can get bored easily. So, for me, it's more of a, I don't know, I try to find the thing that makes my heart, like, or not my heart, just makes me feel something, you know what I mean? It could be sad music. It could be people like, it could be music. Music's a great example of this. Bands like Radiohead who make you feel sadness or like a crushing feeling. Or bands who could uplift you and crush you at the same time. Like The Cure. They do a really good job of crushing you, but giving you a vibe. You know what I mean? Each album is different for me. And I think The Cure is a great band that you know, shows, you know, that shows me those feelings. Their album, Faith, I cried to it. But, I mean, it was an amazing album, and I'll admit that as a person, as a human being. I could admit that was an amazing album. Then they have an album called 17 Seconds. Amazing album. I was vibing to it. I listened to it 3 times so I could get like the lyrics and get the feel for the album. And it truly made me feel like I wanted to be in a forest and be lost. Like, music is a great way to do that. Art in general, movies are a great example of that. Movies that could crush you, like, I gotta think. Basketball Diaries, Christian F, Beautiful Boy, Perks of Being a Wallflower, you know, those indie films, like, those films can crush you. The Notebook, those films could crush you. Poor Things, those films could crush you. But then there are good movies, like good romance movies. Like, people really like good romance movies, like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, stuff like that, you know what I mean? I can't really name a lot. Then there's comedies. Any Adam Sandler movie, Grown Ups, Big Daddy, like, movies like those are really good. And then there's people who like being relatable, like, could relate to it. I think that's where we find a lot of comfort in, stuff we can relate to, and seeing how other people deal with it. So, I don't know, what's something I related to recently, or I wish. I didn't relate to The Notebook, but I feel like, in a way, I wanted to relate to it, but I didn't fully relate to it, but there are parts where I did relate to it. So I'll say The Notebook, Poor Things, Almost Famous, like, those movies made me, like, relate to it. And, I don't know, for me, dealing with loneliness is more of a, how do I say, like, more of a, you just gotta, I wouldn't say distract yourself, you just gotta find what you like. And I think when you find what you like, or what entertains you, you realize that you like that, and that gets you closer to finding out who you are as a person and what do you like to do. And you just keep looking for that. And then that's how you deal with your depression or sadness or whatever. You know, you don't need weird political views or to be the smartest person in the room to know who you are, you know? Or you don't have to be the dumbest person either. It's whatever you like and whatever you like to do. You're not the dumbest person because you can't solve a problem like someone else can. Or you can't solve it fast enough like someone else can. Or you can't do something that somebody else can't. No, because that's not you. And that's fine. Just find what you like. Find like what you want to practice in. Find who you want to be as a person. And I think that's how you deal with loneliness, in my opinion. I'm 16, you know. I probably will have a different view in life in 2, 4, 6 years, you know. So, just gotta live in the moment, I guess. And that's how I see it, you know. 2 years ago, my favorite, I can't even say band, because 2 years ago I wasn't listening to bands. 2 years ago, I was following what everybody else does in my neighborhood in Chicago, listening to like gang rappers or like, people like that, like people out here, like Math Tski, like that's what people listen to out here, and that's what I was jamming to. But I feel like I like rock music more because it's just different, you know what I mean?